All right, now I want to talk about God and teachings. Now, don't we all talk about that it's good to be independent? Doesn't parents say you need to be independent, son? Stop relying on me, son. This, and this, son. We say a lot, but then if you do it, we'll say later on, hey, hang on, that was false. Santa Claus was false. We just do all this thing for propaganda and fun. As humans, quite boring. We don't have much real stuff. Like certain countries don't have much real things to make them a country, you know. Some cultures haven't even made a thing and stuff like that. And so when it comes to independence, what does that really mean in the real world? Well, here in Australia, we have a pathetic army for our size of our land and the people we have, right? And we do that and have that because we like to save money and spend a lot of money on things and get other countries to make everything cheap, because here in Australia, we like to have more, right? And we believe we deserve it. And we have allies, right? So we don't need nothing because we got allies. And here in Australia, we're so peaceful and so nice and so got it right that people will always want to be allies with us Australians. And so if a war comes, we'll be fine because America and everyone will come to our aid. That's what we believe, and that's what we hope for. And you do that. But do you think that we're learning anything? We're not learning anything. We're not even doing to the minimum. Do you think that we should get punished if any country needs to be punished? What countries need to be punished about independence? And when that happens, do you think you should sit in that punishment? Just like religion people will tell you about sinners and the lessons they need to go through? Do you believe they might go, oh, God is evil, God is evil? Instead of going, shit, it was our fault, shit, look where we are now. Right? As we couldn't even stick to the minimum. We only had a 7-minute battle. How would you feel? You'd feel pretty band down, wouldn't you? But you could go to your leaders that won't be there anymore, as they change all the time, sadly. And you'll have to complain to the new one. That's how they usually roll. That's how they do. They pass the buck. And they'll be like, well, and then you know what the new one will say to you? Well, don't talk to me. I know. And this is after the war, after they leave, or they're taken over. You know, most of your money's going to go to them now. That's what happens after a lot of wars. That's a good outcome. And all the expensive debt, you'll have more of that. He'll say, oh, sorry, that was that one. Now I'll do this, and then I'll fuck over too. And then the next one will go, no, sorry. How can you stop that, people, from that happening? I know a few ways you can stop it, but they won't allow it because that's their loophole to keep trucking. Right? Give you an excuse. Keep trucking. Yeah. Let's do it in. Yeah, he's in our team. It's part of the plan. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even know anyway. It's pretty sad. But the good thing is you got to learn independence. And independence, it means at least get to the standard, to the minimum, be up there with everyone else. Because if you're not, well, when things go wrong, whose fault is it then? They would say it's you. Your parents would say it's you, isn't it? Why you're not independent outside when things don't go wrong? And they go, well, you should have the standard of independency. Don't they say that? But anyway, you let me know in comments how protected you think you feel. How much hope do you think that we would have if we got attacked? Say another country was already getting attacked, would we get the help then? Isn't that why it's good to have a little bit more than what you think you might need? Even though you go, I don't need it now. But here in Australia, we got rid of our army, we got rid of all our factories, and we're totally reliant. You know what that means? That means we need another country to come over and protect our ass, take our shit, and use us a little bit too. We need it now. We put ourselves in there. Now, the only way to get out of it, we're trying to get out of it now, and the governments, they always try to get out of it. It doesn't mean they will, right? It's got to be a 10-year plan, but if something happens in that next 10 years, which is highly likely, so we're going to have to sit here shitting ourselves for 10 years or more. That's if they even do what they say all of a sudden. They actually work together like they did in COVID. See, they prove they can do it when they're scared. Guess we're going to have to make the politicians more scared to get them to work harder and not repeat the same shit and to get them to move on for us? I think that'd probably work, wouldn't it? You think they're scared knowing what I just said? Do you think they might even work overseas and get paid overseas? And if they're not scared, that could be a possibility. Then you should even be more scared, eh, people? You let me know in comments on that one. You let me know if I'm way off or there could be something. And have a good one.